Okay, so yesterday we talked about how to graph a linear function by looking at the slope and at the y-intercept. Okay, so we're going to just go over a few specific things about slope. So a slope, as we said earlier, it describes the steepness of a line. So how steep is your line? It also describes the direction of your graph. Remember yesterday we said if we have a negative slope, then we have to go down and over to the right. You remember that? And when we did that, we got a line that looked like, right, where your line is going down. This happens when you have a negative slope, okay? Because basically you're going downhill, all right? If you have a positive slope, your line is going to go up. Because we know that if we have a positive slope, we're going to go up and to the right, up and to the right. So that's increasing, okay? So if you have a positive slope, your line is going to be going up. So think about stairs, positive slope, negative slope. If you're going up, you're going positive slope. If you're going down, it's a negative slope. Now, there's two special cases other than the positive and negative slope. And these cases are the cases where I have what we call a horizontal line. So that's the flat line, okay? So if I'm talking about the floor is a horizontal line, okay? And we have what we call the vertical line. So if you think about your wall is a vertical line, okay? If you're gonna draw a line on your wall, it's a vertical line. So the special cases, a horizontal line has a slope of 0, or we can say it's a no slope. Okay? So all horizontal line has no slope, or we can say it's a slope of 0. Okay? And for a vertical line, the slope is undefined. Okay? So it's not a 0, it's not positive, it's not negative, it's undefined, okay? Because what happens with the vertical slope is basically we're dividing by 0, and in math, if you divide by 0, you're gonna get an error. You can't divide by 0, it's undefined, okay? So all vertical lines have an undefined slope. Okay? I just want to show you how would the formula look like for a horizontal line. So a horizontal line, so let's say if you have this. And I have a horizontal line that passes through this. Okay, so that's my horizontal line. The equation of this horizontal line is going to be y equals to 2. Okay, so any horizontal line is going to have an equation of y equals to whatever number that line passes through. Okay, so whenever you see a line that has y equals to a number, you know it's a horizontal line, and you know that it passes through that y value. Okay? A vertical line, on the other hand, let's say if I have a vertical line and the vertical line, let's say, is right here. The vertical line will have an equation of x equals to whatever number that passes through. Okay? So if you look here, I've already wrote these down for you, okay, on the piece of paper. So just in case you forget about it, you can always refer back to these papers right here, okay? It explains that a horizontal line would have an equation of y equals to whatever number it passes through, and it has a slope of 0. And then for a vertical line, it's x equals to the number that it passes through, and it has an undefined slope.
So you can't say 0 for both of them?
No, they're not the same. One is 0, the other one is undefined. Okay? Now, we talked about the slope, and we said the slope is the rise over the run. Okay? Now, what that means, it means it's the difference between how much you go up versus how much you go over. If I have 2 points and I want to find the slope of a line using these 2 points, there is another formula that I can use other than rise over run, and the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is the formula to find the slope when 2 points are given to me. Okay? So here's what we need to do. Can I have your attention on the board, and I'll give you time to copy this, please? So the question is asking you to find the slope of the line containing the coordinate pair, so containing these 2 points, which is 7, 3, and negative 9, 7. So the question is asking me to find the slope. It's very specific. Because I'm given 2 points, to find the slope, I'm going to have to use this formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, how do I do that? The first thing that you need to do is you need to label your points. So this is my first point. A point has x and y. Every point is x, y. Yes? Okay. So here's what I'm going to label. I'm going to label my first point as x1, y1. And what do I label my second point? x2, y2. So you take the points, you label the first one x1, y1, and the second one x2, y2. Now, what I can do right now is I can write this formula, and because I know what x1 is, and I know what x2 is, I know what y1 is, I know what y2 is, I can plug them into the formula and do the math. So, eyes on the board, please. Slope is equal to, I'm going to write the formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What is the value of y2? 7. Do you guys see that? You see that y2 is 7? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace 7, y2 with 7. And I'm going to write the minus. What is y1? y1 is 3. Okay? So I'm going to replace y1 with 3. Now, it's divided by x2. What's the value of x2? You guys agree? x2 is negative 9. So I'm going to replace x2 with negative 9. Minus, because I have the minus here. And then what's x1? It's 7. So I'm going to replace x1 with 7. Okay? So label your points first, x1, y1, x2, y2. Then replace your, the values in the corresponding letter. Now I have to do the math. So 7 minus 3, that is 4, over negative 9 minus 7, that's negative 16. And then if I want to simplify this, can I divide both of them by 4? Yeah. Both 4 and 16 are divisible by 4. I want to reduce, okay? So to reduce here, I'm going to divide both by 4. And I'm going to end up with negative 1 over 4. And that is my slope. And that means I'm going to go down 1 over 4 to the right. Okay? Are you guys okay with this? So this is what I want you to do. You have another set right here, which is set B. You're going to label x1, y1, x2, y2, and then you're going to find the slope for the second one. Okay? So I want you to find the slope for B.